Well, hello everyone. Good evening. It's Jessica Sittimer, and we're going to start it up where you all are. So where are you all? Tell me where. Oh, see, now Bernice already knows. She's already like, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. And I hadn't even asked the question yet. We got Delaware. We've got quiet people tonight. Hey, I need to know that you can hear me. Okay. Oh my gosh, here you go. Donald's in LA, Alabama, Clarksville, Tennessee, Georgia, Miami, Atlanta, Georgia, Maryland, Montgomery, Sunrise, Florida. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Regina. Heidi from Michigan, South Atlanta, Georgia. Samantha from Miami. Hi, Samantha. You all know now where the question box is. This is the same question box you'll be using for the rest of the evening in order to ask lots of. So let me get started here. I want to welcome all of our IntelliTravelers to our interactive webinar. Just one of your exclusive, inspirational, educational, fun events just for you. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy evenings to join us here and help grow your travel opportunity. We believe if you learn more, you will, I know, I hear you all shouting it out, earn more in Travel Commission. In a moment, I'm going to introduce you to Dina Masantri, your regional director, but first, the kids are back to school and the holidays will be here before we know it. I know, don't jump the gun, Jessica. It's not even Halloween yet. Let's not start talking about Christmas, but you know what? Here are 3 tips for engaging those families who don't. Number 1, post a United States destination picture. Perfect for a winter wonderland. I Googled U.S. cities winter wonderland and found Travel and Leisure's article on America's best those of each, but that's all over the globe. So depending on if you have global people or people who want to stay local, along with your picture, add a comment asking where would you like to travel this holiday season. See what kind of responses you get, and then private message friends respond and talk to them about how possibly you could book that travel for them. Now, if you don't get any responses, which sometimes happens because Facebook either tag or PM 10 of your fellow travel friends asking them to post their answers, which will then boost your post and you'll get more action because sometimes people like to see a few other people, take an action before they do. Okay, number 2, send out a newsletter, which you can create for free in your agent back office. Their holiday travel arrangements now and give them some ideas and write something personal. And then number 3, travel picture on your Facebook page. Whichever picture gets the most likes will again from your travel incentives. So those are 3 ideas of ways to get started with pursuing travel for the holidays. Okay, now travel agents are valued at Hertz as a true travel partner and have always been number 1. They do, the products and services Hertz provide to your clients, and the reputation for quality that makes them the number 1. Is here you will find everything you'll need to service your clients. Is available along with special tools to assist you like GDS quick reference guides. Are you an Agent Gold Rewards member? Hertz Gold Plus Rewards members enjoy their fastest pickup and drop-off car rental experience with exclusive member benefits. I do this all the time when I'm with James. It's like, boom, we get in, we go out, we don't even see any people. It's awesome. Say goodbye to waiting on at the counters or paperwork to complete. Plus, Gold Rewards benefits are free for you. This is an IntelliTravel exclusive offer. Tonight, you'll learn about preferred rates and what is Hertz Gold, Affordable Europe Program, Hertz Rate Match Promise, Agent Gold Rewards, and much more. Now, all of our webinars are archived and available for replay in the IntelliTutorials section of your back office site. At the end So make sure that you are available during the live Q&A because you must be in it to win it. You could submit questions using the question box. You all know where that is in the control panel at the right of your screen. And at any time during the presentation, I will be reading and answering as many as possible at the end. But you can be putting your questions in all throughout. All right. Also watch the chat box in your control panel for important other valuable IntelliTravel updates and reminders. So without further ado, now for IntelliTravel's preferred partner in rent wild. Dina, are you with us?
I am with you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, here we go, everyone. Good evening. And it was fun to hear all the places everyone is at. Just to give you a little bit of information about me, I was born in the Midwest. Not that you need to know that, but since we're covering everywhere, I was born in Kansas. I grew up in Orange County, California, and I now live in New York. So I think I can cover most of the United States for us tonight. And I'm going to be starting with a lot about Hertz, but I'm going to also talk to you about your other two preferred brands, Dollar and Thrifty. Now, here's the spooky part. Since we're coming up toward Halloween, I have actually been with the Hertz Corporation for 39 years. And you might go, oh, my goodness gracious. However, I still learn things every single day. So you can kind of chuckle to yourself there, and we're going to jump right into the presentation. And I can tell you, we're not going to cover everything. It's amazing. People think, oh, car rental, it's so simple. But, guys, I have to tell you, oh, I have to do that clicky thing. Okay, Jessica, where are you? There's something. Okay, there we go. I think you have to click on the main screen. I always forget that. But we're going to talk a little bit about the Hertz difference, which means I'm going to tell you some things you might want to know about the brands this evening. And then I'm going to spend most of the time this evening giving you some tips that I've learned over time for you to take away and learn. And I'm going to probably give you a lot of terms and things to know, but I think they're the core things. Having always spent my time on the travel agency part of the business. So they're basics, but you may not know them. If you do know them, kudos to you. So it'll be a great reinforcer to you. So here we go. Now, the Hertz difference. I love this. Hertz is almost 100 years old. And we are a legacy brand. We are the #1 brand in the world. Is this cutting away, this little screen here? Let's just move this over. Let's see. Well, maybe that's not interfering. So we'll just go right back. We are the #1 brand in the world globally. So if you do sell internationally, feel very, very comfortable. We're in 150 countries. We have a huge fleet. I think everybody knows Hertz. Hertz actually started the rent-a-car business. We were the ones in 1918. That started with Model Ts, and if you didn't know, we rented them out of Chicago. So you can give a cheer if you live in Chicago. So I'm not going to spend too much time on numbers and statistics because you don't need to remember all that. You need to remember the things that are going to be a benefit to you and to your customers. And I would say out of the three brands we're going to speak to this evening, Hertz is a premium brand. Because when you talk about car rental, everyone, there's really tiers of car rentals. There's premium brands, value brands, and then there's deep value brands, which would be, oh my gosh, think of Rent-A-Wreck. So we're not going to spend time on the deep value brands tonight. So let's start with premium brands. I love Hertz. I have to say, I've spent my career at Hertz, and I love the brand, the loyalty, and what the brand represents. You're going to find that Hertz is going to be working on even making Hertz more premium in the near future, maybe even with some things launching this quarter at the end of this year to become more bold, confident, refined, influential, well-connected, sophisticated, but not elitist. Like to say, if you've ever met me, I'm not an elitist. I'm pretty goofy. And we may be coming out, and I love that Jessica mentioned gold service. We're going to talk about that next with ultimate choice. Ooh, I'm dropping tidbits of something new. So let's talk a little bit more about what makes Hertz different. And I think people know it's all about service because there's a lot of rent-a-car brands. We need you to be supporting the brands that are preferred. And why? Why? What's different? Well, let me tell you, Hertz invented speed service. Now, if you're a business traveler, and I will tell you that we actually do a little bit more we do with leisure than we do with corporate. People go, no. Well, it's actually true. At least for the last 10 to 15 years, we actually tilt the scales a little bit with just a little bit more vacation business, shockaroonie. So let's take a minute. I travel almost every week, like James and Jessica were talking. I am a gold member. When I land and I want to get going, they don't know I'm a Hertz employee. I have a gold profile, like an airline frequent flyer profile, and I come in. I'm the traveler that wants my car pre-assigned. I want to get in the car. I want to go. I want to know it's clean, ready to go, it's safe, and I'm on my way. Now, you'll see on the boxes below, there's one that says Mobile Gold Alert, Hertz Gold Choice, e-return. We invented speed service. You know, not all customers, especially business travelers, even care that price is the number one driver in their choice. Some of them want ease of picking up their car. That's more valuable to them. And ease of returning the car. Those things mean a lot to folks when they're in a hurry. Now, price is a factor. I'm not discounting it. However, other things matter too. So what we've done over time is make it better and better and better. So it used to just be gold service, but you'll notice at the top of this slide it's called Gold Plus Rewards. We used to just make it all about speed. Now, in the profile, if you have a discount code, it's already programmed and discounts or corporate rates are already put in there. So that part's covered, okay? So over time, people said, well, I'm a gold member. You know, I want discounts. I want upgrades. I want it to be like an airline loyalty program. Well, you know what? It is today. Every rental, if you're a gold member, adds up and gives points to customers. Now, as travel agents, it's a little different because we get travel agent rates. I have to be excluded because I'm a Hertz employee. So, but for a regular customer, every rental that they do banks points for them, and they can earn free Hertz rentals or they can get airline points. That's why it's Gold Plus Rewards today. So let's talk about the three basics on this slide. I love Mobile Gold Alerts. I love it, love it, love it. And you'll notice we don't send confirmations anymore. We send confirmations. This is not a regurgitated, confirmation. This is new technology. When I land on my flight and my butt's on the plane and everyone whips out their phone, now they're just already on, I already have, while I'm on the plane, an alert from Hertz, either a text or an email, because I'm a gold member. You have to be a gold member, and it's free. That tells me where my car is, what's assigned to me, what stall number it is, the color, the license plate. I also order GPS, so that's called Never Lost with us. Everything I need to know about my car, and it's ready to go. And on my mobile device, with 1 to 2 clicks, if I don't want that car, I can swap out another car free of charge. It does not impact your reservation at all. All your information as a travel agent is protected. I can just pick another car. By the time I get there, Hertz will send me a second confirmation with a different car. Or, if you look at the middle box, I can go to a row once I get to the Hertz location, which is called Gold Choice, And if you reserve your customers in midsize cars, they can pick another midsize or full-size car at no extra cost. When they check out at the gate, all we do is change the car information. Again, all your information is protected, and they can just have it done at the gate. It takes less than 10 seconds, and they're on their way, and they can pick a different car if that's what they want to do. Some people like to pick different cars. For us, our customers, be it 70 to 60%, like the car pre-assigned. Occasionally, 30 to 40% of the people like to swap the car out, depending on what they're doing on that trip. And e-returns, if you're a gold member, I no longer wait for a receipt. By the time I hit the security gate, maybe I'm at the boarding area, Hertz sends me a PDF receipt of my bill. Never fails. I've been doing it since we started this. It's been years now. I have never once not got a PDF receipt. I simply leave the keys and go. I don't write down mileage. I do nothing. I absolutely love the convenience. So there's a lot of smart reasons you want to be gold. And as I mentioned, we're going to be announcing something called Ultimate Choice soon for gold members. Can't tell you what it is, but you have a name. And if not, I'll get in trouble. Okay, so I've turned the slide for you and given you a link here. There is a flyer that you can enroll. Gold is free, but you can enroll your frequent renters. If someone rents once every 10 years, I wouldn't necessarily encourage them to be gold, but you can. They would have a profile, fill it out online. And this would sign them up to become gold members. And we've embedded your discount code with IntelliTravel already in this link so that a discount is present for them if they don't have one. That's the benefit to this link. It's a vanity link. So you have that today. So if someone is renting frequently and they have nothing, my feeling, having been with her so long, is if they are a frequent traveler, why on earth would you ask them to stand in line? You just wouldn't. You wouldn't. There's absolutely no need for that with any vendor. Okay? So now you've learned a little bit here about mobile gold alerts and getting car information. You can see some of the statistics here. And it's really at top airport locations. If you're going to Missoula, Montana, it's going to maybe be slightly different, but you will get the car information on your mobile device. So you can see some of the quotes. I love car formations, and I have to agree, I love my car formations. And you guys, I'm just like any other traveler. Yes, I love my company, but I love the convenience of this service, and it's free. Love it. And you know now what Hertz Gold Choice is. That is the freedom to change the car. We always pre-assign a car, but you have the freedom to change the car if you reserve for them a mid-size car, okay, and they're a gold customer. So again, reminding you, at a Gold Choice location, they can swap out for a mid-size or higher car at no cost. If it's a super, super duper car, they will put an upgrade charge on it in the Gold Choice area if it's like, you know, a Beamer or a Benz or something like that. Again, it doesn't affect the information in your reservation. So, but for, you know, somewhat comparative size, they can just swap it out. Maybe they like a different color. Okay. And this is a little bit about what the mobile gold alert looks like. So you can have a visual. Some of us learn visually. Oh, there's that ultimate choice term again. Believe it or not, 1.9 million customers are already enrolled for car formations, and more enroll every day. That's a lot of people. This is just something we're doing. This isn't even where we're stopping with technology. Fabulous. And e-returns, yes. 20 million produced so far, and I use it every week when I travel. I simply leave the car and walk away, and I will attest that I get them. Now, Dollar and Thrifty are value brands. They're in that second tier of car vendors. They would compete, and I'm going to mention competition, with a Budget, an Alamo, an Enterprise. That's where we want these brands to have you support us and be our fighter brands in that value area. We are going to retool these brands. You know, everyone thinks of them kind of in the same breath. So I think you're going to see a lot happening with these brands. I think marketing at Hertz is still working on them. And you might be, why is this woman talking about those brands? Well, Hertz bought them. We own them. They are part of your preferred set. One of the things Hertz didn't have for a long time was a value brand, and Hertz was trying to be everything, and we no longer have to do that. So Dollar is going to be do more the smart way. Smart, efficient, practical, consistently easy, streamlined to give you what you want and value the most, which is going to be time. Now, we'll see what that means when they bring that out. And also thrifty. Going to be kind of like more enjoy the journey, dare to do things differently, flexibility to adapt the right vehicle for the right adventure, maybe a little bit more leisure. You know, if you think about it, we don't need to have a little square kiosk at every concrete airport on earth. You know, think of it. You could almost take this and make it look like a Starbucks or have popcorn. So Hertz is really thinking outside the box on what they want to do with Dollar and Thrifty. So I will know when you know. But more of the go-to brand for vacationers, tourists, and adventurers. Right now, as it stands today, I do want to let you know that Dollar and Thrifty do have a version of Gold Service. So for the business travelers in that value tier set, they can sign up for free too and have Blue Chip Express with Thrifty and Dollar Express. And if you didn't know, they also have a rendition of choice. So it's really good to learn all these options. These are also on their websites, but as you can see, they list the locations where they offer choice. It may be a little different. You may go out to the lot and you have to peek around and you drive to the exit gate. They may not have exactly the same technology as a premium brand, but they have a variation of choice. So that's kind of interesting to learn. Now, I'm going to scoot on to fleet. Oh my gosh, we're talking rent-a-car. Yeah, we're talking rent-a-car because the biggest thing that people do when they rent a car is get a car. So what's so exciting about car rental? Well, it's the cars. So if you take a look at this slide about fleet, and you're going to say, okay, there's Hertz, Dollar, Thrifty. Well, what the heck is Firefly? Well, Firefly is our deep value brand. You know, if you haven't seen it for a while, it had $9 a day and $6 a day rates, not preferred with any of our travel agency partnerships. And it was in the United States for some time doing very well, but we've now kind of discontinued it in the United States. It is a global brand. It does exist outside of the U.S., but one of the things that Hertz has noticed is there may be just too many car rental brands in the U.S. We didn't feel we needed 4. But my point here is this. I've been with Hertz a long time. Currently, 44% of our cars in North America, I love this, are 2016 models or newer. That's crazy. Our fleet might be the youngest I recall in my time at Hertz. Our top 5 manufacturers right now, you can see GM, Nissan, Chrysler, Toyota, and Ford. Every week I'm getting in a car. Sometimes I don't even know what the cars are, guys, which cracks me up because when I started at Hertz, man, they were all Ford. But Ford is still in the mix, but the fleet is extremely diverse, very interesting, and the cars are new. When your customers go and rent a car, they want a nice, clean, new car that smells fresh and feels dependable, and Hertz has always been known for that. So just know that you've got that behind you right now. Feel confident selling us. It's all good. What I want to teach you on this next slide is this. We sell leisure. My job at Hertz is to sell discretionary business and to sell leisure. So I'm right there with you. We began the idea, and we did this through collections, which is what's up on the screen now. That it used to be when you sold car rental, you'd sell a compact, an economy, a mid-size, a full-size, a luxury car, an SUV. But over time, we were the first car company to say you can reserve a car by brand and model. And if you do that and we confirm it, we will guarantee that is the vehicle that your customer will drive. I love that. We still do it. It began with the Prestige collection. Might be 15 to 20 years now. Very popular for Hertz. That is Cadillac, Infiniti, Mercedes. Over time it had Navigators, and it changes. But it's luxury cars and SUVs that are bigger or more loaded with features than the regular cars that are in the regular categories. But let's say we confirm a Cadillac Escalade, right? That Cadillac Escalade has its own booking code, whether it's a GDS or if you call us on the phone. If that's confirmed, that is the vehicle that your customer will drive. It will not be a lump category, and they could get something in that category. So this is the neat thing about using a collection with Hertz. You have dream cars. These are exotic cars. Yeah, there's Teslas. There are a million different neat cars in the dream car collection. There's Lamborghinis. There are, like, I'm talking cars you can't even imagine that you could rent that are in there. So you can call or even go to the HertzDreamCars.com site and take a peek if you've got that need. But most of the time, you're going to have prestige cars where someone wants a high-end car. That's a great collection. Adrenaline. This is fun. It's mainly in sun areas where people want to, drive sun cars, sun and sun locations. But these are the classic American muscle cars. Smaller amounts in the fleet, but very, very popular cars come in and out of this collection. They can move in and out. And then the Green Traveler is like your hybrids, things like that, your Priuses. Other fuel saver type vehicles are in this collection as well. These collections have sustained and been kept around for many, many years. They do well, and believe it or not, the fun part is we sometimes make more money when we go to sell these cars. Who knew? So let's take a peek. I have some brand new slides of what's coming into the fleet for 2017. The Land Rover Discovery, the Nissan Murano. We have an Infiniti Q70. Some of these cars may have come in and out of the fleet over time. Sometimes the car manufacturers are going to say, well, how come Hertz doesn't have this? Sometimes the car manufacturers don't want them in car rental fleets. It may not be something we can buy. Now, you also have the Nissan Armada, you have the Toyota Avalon, and we have another little sneak peek here. We've also had the Corvette convertible. I've been able to drive that a few times. We're bringing them back. We haven't had them in the fleet since 2014. That's a fun car to drive. You barely touch the gas and you're going 100 miles an hour. And I'm not admitting I ever drove the car that fast. And then we're going to have, again, we've had Camaro convertibles. We're bringing those back into the fleet as well. So don't forget, but I want to give you one special tip that I've learned. Not assigned to any collection is the Jeep Wrangler in Hawaii. Obviously, convertibles are very popular for honeymooners, but the Jeep Wrangler is a car that you can call or look in the GDS to reserve by brand and model. Although it's not in a collectible collection here, it is reservable by brand and model. And for Hawaii, that's one of my best tips I can give you because it's always popular on the island. And it's a limited quantity because it's an island. So I just want to let you know that you can call and get that car reserved by model. Okay, partnership. We're going to flip over to tips. We do once a year at the beginning of the year a cheat sheet for you. So you can look up on your intranet and find basics here. We're going to not spend time on this. I want you to just know it exists for you. But I am going to spend time on this slide. This is probably the best tip that I can give you during the time that we have today. When you book, and it does say vacation.com because we borrow their core tool, when you book Hertz, if you are booking without this code, you are missing out on everything that you need to know. Because we load the IntelliTravel IATA number, and that provides a discount. And then on top of that, we do self-pricing. So there's 2 layers of discounting on your behalf. You need to put in the CD or CDP number, which stands for corporate discount, counter discount, counter discount program, whatever you want to call it. This code drives all your best rates for your customers and drives higher commissions for you. 1170024 is key. It's up to 20% off retail rates, and it moves with the market, and it pays 10% commission to you on weekly and weekend rates. That is very important. Standard commission is 5. You're getting double here. Sometimes the rates may be less. Sometimes the rates could even technically or theoretically go over 20, depending on what the season is and availability and how tight the fleets are. However, if you're not putting in this discount code, you are paying rack rates, and that is a shame because that is not the benefit of being in a partnership. This is where you begin. Now, my other favorite tip to you is we have promotional offers. So the slide before was what we call a discount. Then all during the year, I have core promotions that I send out, and then we have tactical promotions that come out just kind of off the cuff from our marketing department. And here's some samples of the ones that may run for 12 months and go through December. You can layer the discount and the promotion to give your customers a pretty cool value. So if you take 20% off, right, and then that's with the CD number I just spoke of. Promotions have PC codes. PC stands for promotional code. If you learn to book with both and it fits the term of the promotion, say it's a weekly rate and it makes sense, it's a 5 to 7 day car rental. You can't use the promotions that's a weekend and you're booking a weekly rate, guys. You have to make it make sense. And you call Hertz and it all goes together. You could actually double dip. Pretty neat. So there's ways to do this well, and you would still get your 10% commission. I hope that makes sense to you. You're free to try it. So there's 2 things here you need to understand. First and always is your CD number, 1170024. And if you want to explore using a promotional offer on top of that, you would work with a PC code. Now, if you didn't know, we do the exact same thing for Dollar and Thrifty for you. Those leisure codes are listed. They're also posted on your intranet and also on Agent Universe. Now, remember, Dollar and Thrifty are value brands. They will either return a 5% discount because their rates are lower to begin with, or they won't return a discount. If they don't return a discount, that means you've already gotten the best rate. Very important. So don't say, oh, it doesn't do anything. No, that's not what's happening. Try it again next time. You might get 5% more off for your customer. It's okay, guys, because they're already lower priced in the market. It's all good. Okay. Now, just to let you know, Dollar and Thrifty also have promotions and PC code offers that are posted. You can do the same thing. So that's one of my favorite tips for you. I am not going to spend time here on the Hertz Business Rewards or the next slide too much, other than to open your ears and your eyes and say, if you have small corporate accounts, you can sign up your companies directly on this form, which is posted and available to you, and give your company a corporate rate, different than a leisure program. It would give them corporate rates. They would get their own CD number for that company and give them different benefits, which are listed in the yellow boxes on the left page of the slide, and set you up for additional commissions for the first 12 months, more so on daily rates, because a business traveler tends to do more daily rates, where a leisure traveler for car rental tends to do more weekly and weekend. So it's also a great opportunity for you to make more money. And you also have a vacation.com IntelliTravel discount for corporate rates for Dollar and Thrifty, already set up, that requires no sign up. They also have booking CD codes you could start using tonight or tomorrow with nothing but here you go. There you go. So just so you know, you have tools available to you for business travel too. They are there. One of my favorite messages to you is we have an agent loyalty program called Agent Gold Rewards. We call it AGR for short. I'm going to invite you to enroll at agentgoldrewards.com. This is not a customer program. This is for you, the travel agent. You earn 10 points for every qualified Hertz Dollar or Thrifty rental of 3 days or longer every time you book. You will get points. The points bank in your profile for you. It is an outsourced loyalty program. It is not Gold Rewards. It's Agent Gold Rewards. And there's 350 things you can redeem for, from jewelry to TVs to, there's so much stuff in there. But one of my favorites is a $50 American Express cash card. They tell us we have to call it a rewards card, but it's a cash card. And there are gift cards in there too, especially with the holidays coming up. So Jessica, thanks for starting with that. They do a Wednesday special for point redemptions. And in the past, they've even wrapped and shipped gifts for free for the holidays if you want to use points for gifts. So right now, the $50 cash card is 200 points, so it doesn't take that long for you to get a $50 cash card. But if you are booking any car rental and you are not an AGR member, you need to sign up. What happens is, when you sign up, you will get a 6-digit number that is your number, just for you individually. And you need to put your AGR number in when you book. If you're calling Hertz to book, just simply give us the AGR number on the phone and ask them to add it into your reservation. And there is a booking format flyer, and I know that that's been posted for you. A sample here is on the right. And it's, when you add it in, if you're booking in a GDS system, it's AGR 123456. There's a little differentiation for Dollar and Thrifty. That's why it's footnoted. But it's very simple. And then your points set up, and you can go on to the site and see how many points you have and redeem for a million, thousand, gazillion things when you're ready to do that. The bummer is I don't get to do it, so I'm kind of bummed I don't get to do it, because there's Brighton, I think they've had Pandora in there. Yeah, there's gentleman things too, and guy stuff, and dude stuff. So it's all fun. Now, there is an exclusive bonus for IntelliTravel agents. When we're not running a promotion, you still get the base that I just mentioned. But we give you an extra 10-point bonus on weekly rentals and an extra 3-point bonus on weekend rentals over and above what Hertz gives. So this is an exclusive. We don't do this for anybody else. So you can make more points as you're affiliated with BCOM than No one does it. We don't. I built this program, and no one else gets it. And as we head into 2017, we'll see what we can do as the new organization forms. Affordable Europe. I know Jessica mentioned this. One of my favorite long-standing programs of hers. Been around for over 20 years. I love that Hertz is global, that we own our locations for the most part. There are probably 2 global car companies. If you really think of it, the others are trying to get there, but it's really at this point Hertz and Avis. Avis is not preferred with the network at this point. It is Hertz. There is a flyer that tells you all about the program. We do prepaid, we do non-prepaid, and we do a Chinese menu that includes what you want to be in the prepaid. It's called affordable prepaid and affordable non-prepaid. You can kind of see that on the flyer. I put the front and the back for you there. The main thing is, and I want to move to this slide, and people look at me, and I must have told them 1,000 times. Hertz price matches in Europe. We price match 6 different car brokers and vendors. We price match if you find a lower rate in Europe. It also applies to New Zealand and Australia. We price match. If you've never heard of these vendors, that's okay. But if you have, I'm putting this out there. Avis, Auto Europe, Six, Kimwell, Enterprise in Europe Car. I will tell you what I've learned in my time in car rental. What people want in Europe is simply 2 things. They want a brand they feel safe with when they go to Europe, and I think Hertz can cover that. And they want a good rate. And I would tell you, putting them over there with Hertz and knowing we rate match will do the trick. There is a number on this flyer. If you find a lower rate, looking in the GDS or calling someone else, then simply call us. When you book Hertz Affordable Europe and give us your AGR number, that is the Agent Gold Rewards number that I just told you to sign up for the agency loyalty program, and that is put in the record, you get an travel agent free day certificate with every Hertz Affordable Europe booking that you do. That's always been part of the core program. If you take the time to do the rate match, we send you a second travel agent free day certificate on the same reservation if you find a lower rate. Those are worth at least $50 each. They are good for up to 7 days combinable in the U.S., Canada, Europe, and the Caribbean. They will cover your vacation rentals. It's absolutely fabulous. And guess what? We pay 18% commission on Affordable Europe, the program, through vacations.com and IntelliTravel. It is absolutely a win-win. A win-win. I can't go into every single detail listed here. As much as they can fit on a flyer, the marketing team, they put on a flyer. If you have anyone going to Europe, please consider this program. It is one of my favorites on your behalf. Now, last, what do we do for you? In addition to all this other stuff we just talked about that we do for you, you do get travel agent rates with Hertz. You have your own travel agent rate CD number. And that number I have memorized is 69212. There's a flyer. Don't worry if you forget about it. But you also can sign up to be a Hertz Gold member. That is not Agent Gold Rewards. That's the loyalty program. But the Gold service, where you get the car formations and you get the Gold Choice and the e-returns that I started with in the beginning, the service piece of it, you got a link right here on this flyer, on this slide, Hertz.com/Travel Agent Gold. The discount for being an agent is already programmed in there for you. Very simple. You know, if I can use Gold, you can use Gold. Why would we all want to do it the old-fashioned way post 30 years ago when we travel? No, no, no. We should be doing it the right way and setting a good example for our customers, for sure. The other thing is, this year, my team and I worked on getting you agents discounts for Dollar and Thrifty. They were announced at the vacation.com conference. You had exclusive access to these discounts before any other agents in the industry. And those are your brand new codes for the discounts for Dollar and Thrifty. There's also flyers on that if you don't get a chance to write them down. They won't go anywhere. They exist. They're in the system. And I want to thank you for supporting your car rental brands, Book, Hertz, Dollar, and Thrifty. I do want to tell you that there is an addendum before I turn the presentation back to Jessica. My name is in the addendum. My inside salesperson, Gabriel Contreras, but I will tell you that we are not necessarily, this never comes out right, on customer service, but there is customer relations. I'm going to say to you a couple tips because we just don't have the staff, and I almost travel every day. There's a desk and a phone number for the loyalty program for you on AGR numbers. I put that on here. All commission inquiries go through the Hertz commission site on Hertz.com. They have to answer it through the site. There's a very simple form. I go on there. I know what it looks like. And then there is a customer service desk and 800 number for you. Gabriel and I are sales. We have to go to these desks too, but I want you to have access to those places if you need to get help. Now, if it's one thing if you go and you don't get help, we're certainly there to back you up because I've been doing this a long time and I'm like a pit bull. But I need you to know where to go for basic follow-up. In addition, there's some other flyers that you can get and share and give to customers, and the ever-famous fleet guides, which helps all of us, especially if you're new to travel. Always helpful to have the fleet guides. How many people in suitcases fit in a car? Sounds funny, but after 39 years, guys, people still need to know that. They're also up on Hertz.com, so don't feel embarrassed, but remember we talked about collections. They're reservable by brand and model. The dream cars are the exotic cars. Yeah, I want to drive some of those puppies. Adrenaline, and I even included Europe for you, and that's helpful. And Jessica, that is it for me.
Okay, I'm having a little trouble unmuting myself. The computer must know something I don't know.
Oh no, you left me.
Unmute me. They're afraid I'm going to sing.
I do sing when I talk, so I can vouch for that.
I am so excited because I'm going to be renting from Hertz.
Woohoo!
So I'm going to be renting to go to hertz.com/travel agent gold. All right, so we've got lots of questions, and everyone's saying, thanks, Dina, you make this very fun. Oh, Regina's asking me to sing. No, we don't have a lot of time. Okay, so where can you find the information after the agent back office? This entire webinar will be posted back there under go to the end and find all those numbers again, and you can rewatch it to just keep getting yourself tuned up like the awesome fleet at Hertz. So let's see some questions here. Can you use the rate on the Tina?
Yes, and between you and I, everyone, my phone is still cutting out a little bit, Jessica, so go ahead and repeat for me, please.
Okay, can you use the rate on the spot at a rental car counter?
Well, some rates and some offers require advanced reservations. There's a lot of terms and conditions for car rental, so I don't know what particular rate, but a walk-up depends on availability. You need to know, guys, the terms and conditions for an offer. So most promotional codes, that's the promotions, need 24 hours. A rate, you could probably go up with a PC code, a CD number, and if a car was available, apply that. But I would say for promotions, most require advance notice. Certainly for Affordable Europe, you're probably going to need advance notice. So car rental is not as simple as it seems. So that's a broad question. I can't give you an exact answer.
Okay.
Every flyer, though, has terms on it.
Sorry, everyone, my audio. Let's see. Ah!
Is it me? I still hear you.
Yeah. You can hear me?
I can hear you.
How can you hear?
It just cuts in and out. Do you want me to go on computer?
No, it's me, because they're telling me that I keep going in and out. Okay.
Okay.
So if you can hear me, I'm not sure how. It says I'm not unmuted, but all right. Hey, they're very excited about the 2016 or newer. That's great. The debit card sufficient, credit cards required.
Okay, policy questions, you're going to have to call reservations. We do accept debit cards. There's General Rent-A-Car, you guys. They put a hold on cards at the time of rental. Here's what. You can call Hertz Reservation, 1-800-654-3131, or you can go to hertz.com. Look under the location, and every location has policy, but that, I'm not techie girl, I like to call. But yeah, we take debit cards, but there's different locations like Miami, New York, where they've had different issues, so you need to check or have your renter check.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned the cheat sheet. Where can they find that?
I hope Tara put it up for you guys on your side. If not, it's on Agent Universe for VCON. And if you guys don't have it, let Jessica know and we'll repost it. But we've recently updated all the flyers via Tara. I just haven't seen what's up there, but we recently updated, I think, everything unless we missed something. But that's a core flyer for us.
All of those flyers that you were showing throughout the presentation, they could find on Agent Universe if it's not in our back office?
Yeah, it should be. And if not, we can get it up there right away. So someone just needs to flag it to me, and Gabriel and I will get it up there because we work really hard. We do them for you. And Hertz doesn't even do as much as we do on our team.
Or on Thursday when I see you. Oh,
yeah, because my salespeople don't even know half this stuff exists. I had someone say, "Is that a travel agent flyer?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I had someone say, "I haven't seen one in years." I go, "Yeah, here's the Hertz one, and oh, by the way, there's a Dollar Thrifty one, and this is someone I hired like 20 years ago."
Now I know you told this, but sometimes people need to hear it a couple times. What does this CD stand for in terms of CD number?
CD stands for corporate discount. We also call it a CDP number, corporate discount program. I've heard people say counter discount, but it really always historically in the industry has been called a corporate discount program, CDP. And in a GDS where people book, there's a CD field. That's why I just shortened it to CD, because that's where the entry goes. But if you go to Hertz.com and you go down below on the home page to book, I want you to go under where it says travel agency. I don't want you to book on reservations on the home page under just Hertz.com. I want you to go into the travel agency section with your IATA number. You're going to see a place for corporate discount program, promotional code. That's where these go. You're now going to know what I'm talking about, so you can properly put in codes and get those discounts. Okay? They're very simple. They haven't changed in years. You just need to know what they mean when you see them.
This is an interesting question, Samantha. Directly on Hertz's website using that CDP code, how can we ensure we receive the commission?
You can't book on Hertz.com. Are you on the home page, Samantha? You need to go down to the bottom of the home page, and you need to go to where it says travel agent.
Yes.
And you need to sign in with your IATA number. Then you're doing it the right way. If you just book on Hertz.com, you're not going to get paid. You need to be in the travel agent part of our page. Because if we don't have your IATA, we don't know you're an agent. The res engine to book is exactly the same on Hertz.com and through the travel agent portal. You need to sign in with your IATA through the travel agent part, which is on the bottom, which is consistent pretty much with all car companies. You need to go down to the bottom. Do you see that? Are you guys following?
And do you,
yeah.
She says, thanks for the update. I take it that I have to book on behalf of the client. Correct. That is correct. And that is the...
Yes, you do. Because I'm paying, we don't pay commissions to clients. We pay commissions to you booking a service. You're the intermediary. Clients book direct all the time with Hertz. We don't pay them a commission to book direct. I can go on Hertz.com and book for myself. You are booking on the behalf of someone. You have to book through that bottom part as a travel agent, or we'll never know you're a travel agent, ever. That's a basic.
Okay. Yes. Well, we definitely have some new agents, so that's good for them to know.
That's extremely important for you.
Yes. Okay. And for those of you who don't know what I think I put it in the
yeah, I didn't do that for you. You got to help me with that, Jessica. That one I don't have memorized. Okay.
Okay, but just so you know, you got that in your welcome letter. So, and you can always call customer service if you can't find your welcome letter, and they'll send that to you again. Okay.
Right, because when you go to the Hertz page, that's the travel agent page, it's going to ask you for that number to sign in. Then we know you're okay.
Okay, and they also want to know if we book the client, then they might receive a bigger discount than if they just go to the website.
No, you have to put in that CDP number, guys.
So if they're using the CDP number, they're going to get a bigger discount than if...
I would say yes, in most cases. I would say there's always exceptions to every rule, but that's what that 1170024 is supposed to do. Dollar and Thrifty, I'd mentioned to you, sometimes it's what we call best rated. It may not. But with Hertz, it should, unless we're in a sold-out situation or something very odd happens.
Okay, someone is saying, I'm very new, so this is good information. Okay. Let's see. Does Hertz have the capabilities to place hand controls on the vehicle?
We do
Interesting
do,
question.
we do, no, we do, if you look on Hertz.com and you go into special equipment for handicap services, we do. You'd have to call Res for details because I don't have that memorized. But we do have handicap services, yes. I just can't talk to the location and all that and how much notice they need. Some of that, you guys, I'm not reservations. You're going to have to just pick up the phone and talk to reservations. But yes, we have those services.
Okay, well, let's see, there are a lot of questions here still to be answered. However, from looking at them, I know that they and go back and re-watch the webinar and get your questions answered because now it's prize time. It's 10 o'clock, which means prize time. So I'm gonna roll the prize, and what Dina's giving away is a surprise gift card bundle up to $25. So there'll be a bunch of different gift cards in there. I'm waiting for it to land, and you have to still be here. I hope my voice doesn't cut out when I say the name. Douglas Allen, are you still here? Douglas
I heard
Allen.
that.
He's here. That's me, he says.
Yay!
Oh, and oh my gosh. And can I just tell you that like 4 comments ago, he wrote, I win. He just literally willed himself a win.
You know,
So good
you'd be
putting that
surprised.
attention out there, Douglas.
That's free.
So I will put you, I will get your information to Dina tomorrow so she can get that gift card bundle. Learn more to earn codes and all the flyers that they worked so hard to put together for us, and we'll make sure that you all get those. I want to thank you and congratulate all of our attendees for being here and keep seeing our count. You can replay this in your IntelliTutorials. Take a moment to fill out the survey. It's only a couple questions at the end, and it will help us create the educational experience you want. This is Jessica Sinnemer saying good night from IntelliTravel, and good night to Dina and Hertz, and thank you so much.
Thank you.